UFC Fight Night, UFC Vegas 72. Song versus Simone takes place this weekend, and I'm going to go through the full card breakdown and in detailed predictions, starting with the early prelim opener of another lame card here, not the best of cards. Haley Cohen versus Jamie Lynn Horth. Don't really care about this one. I mean, Jamie Lynn Horth is 33 years old. She was supposed to fight Sabina Mazo on the I think it was on the regional scenes. But she's decent. You know, she beat Mayra. She hasn't fought since 2021. You know? And she's decent, but I think Haley Cohen is not that good either. But I can see her getting this one. I don't know who wins this. It's a toss-up. Oh, let me get my coin. Oh yeah, the coin. I forgot about this one. Let me get my coin so I can pick whoever's the winner here. This is what I'm going to do for now on. Bruno Silva beat Brad Tavares with the coin toss. So I'm going to do it again. Tails, Jamie Lynn Horth, and heads, Haley Cohen. Let me find my... I can't find my freaking quarter for frick's sakes. So yeah, I'm gonna go. What the fuck? Okay, let's just do this. Heads, Jamie Lynn Horth. Tails, is Haley Cohen. So let's see what it lands on. Here we go. And boom. I'll go with Haley Cohen. It landed on tails. I'll go for Haley Cohen getting this one done. She's better. She knew she was having an upcoming fight she was supposed to fight Tamiris Vidal, Aylin Perez. She knew about this UFC fight coming. As where Jamie Lynn Horth she's just making her debut now. I'll go for Haley Cohen getting it done, but she looked decent on the Contender Series against a decent opponent. I'll go Haley Cohen by 29-28 decision. We move on up the card. Thank you, Cohen. Hopefully we get that one right. Brian Kelleher versus Journey Newson. I'm gonna be going with I'm gonna go for Journey Newson. Brian Kelleher is good, but I think it's time. The time's reaching. He's lost to two good opponents last fight, but again, Mario Bautista destroyed him immediately. And it just hasn't been looking good for him. Let's be real. Umar beat him quite handily. Let's be real. And he beat Kevin Kroom, but it's just he didn't look great there. Lackluster, close fight as well. And Domingo Pilarte find out the best. It's just, I think it's finally reaching to him that he's not looking great. And I think Journey Newson can get it done. Journey Newson, although losing his last one to Sergey Morozov, beat Fernie Garcia, who's decent. He can get the win. So I'm going to go a close 29-28 decision again for Journey Newson. Can possibly see a KO, but it's looking like Journey Newson's taking the approach skill-wise set and approach to his fights. I'll pick him to win this one, though. Don't see Brian Kelleher KOing him, out-grappling him. Can see Newson just winning this on the feet. Kevin Kroom gave Brian Kelleher problems. I gotta pick Journey Newson win this one. We move on. Stephanie Yeager versus Arena. Let's see that name. Arena Alexieva. 33 years old. I just don't see her winning. Yeah, she hasn't fought. She's so inactive. Fought last in 2021 at the end of the year, around October. She fought there. But then before that, she didn't fight for another 2 years. So it's just been 2 years, 2 years, 2 years. And she's not even looking good in these fights. I mean, armbar over a 5-5 opponent, 0-2, 0-0, 8-6-2. Not the best. Beat her. I'm going to go for Stephanie Egger, who's been nothing but active. And I like that. And Mayra Bueno Silva, not a bad loss to have. Let's just say it that way. And she beat Aylin Perez, Jessica Rose Clark, Shayna Young. Yeah, I'll pick her to win this one. I don't see the other grappling her. I'll go Stephanie Egger by sub, off her back or something. Armbar I'll go with. We move on. Up the card. Josh Quinlan versus Trey Waters. I'm going to be going with... I'll go Josh Quinlan. Kind of have to, right? I have to go Josh Quinlan here. Trey Waters, he lost to Gabriel Bonfim, who's now in the UFC. Gabriel Bonfim, Ishmael Bonfim's brother. More of the more of the slightly less popular Bonfim brother. But this was the guy that beat that got the sub in his debut. Not the flying knee guy, the sub. But he beat Jalen Fuller on the regionals LFA. He's good, but Josh Quinlan's better, I think. I think Josh Quinlan's better. I don't think Josh Quinlan's the best, but I think he can get it done. He was supposed to fight Angelusa. Good fight there. He probably would have won against Angelusa, let's be real, because Angelusa's a little bit chinny. But I think he'll win this one. He beat Jason Witt last fight. I think he's good enough to win. He beat Logan Urban, but he was on the roads, I think he'll beat Trey Waters by first round KO. I think Trey Waters will come out, try to swing early, knows it's a short notice step up, and he needs to get a quick finish. Boom. Josh Quinlan does his game plan and gets it done by KO. He was supposed to fight Angelusa, who's a great fighter. Trained for him for a while now. Angelusa just pulled out like a few days ago. I think he'll beat Trey Waters, who's stepping up on short notice. Yeah, we move on. Up the card. Cody Durden versus Charles Johnson. I'll go Charles Johnson here. It's risky, though, because Cody Durden is not bad. Just, he beat Jimmy Flick. I don't know who in... This is a tough one. I'll go Charles Johnson, though. I think he can get the job done. He should have won against Odi Osborne, but very close fight. He beat Jimmy Flick. Zalgas Magilov looked great against Muhammad Makayev. As for Cody Durden, got slept by Muhammad Makayev, early as well. And Cody Durden, I mean... How can I really rate you with a win over Carlos Mata? Carlos Mata is not great, and he beat him, good stuff, but JP Bay is, and he's not looking great in these fights. Aori Kweleng, he beat as well. Jimmy Flick, he lost to. Jimmy Flick, Charles Johnson beat Jimmy Flick on short notice. That's where Durden was looking good against Flick. And he just lost. So I think Charles Johnson can get it done here by just out-damaging Durden and just winning on the feet. I think most people agree with me here. 32 years old, 3-inch reach advantage, 2-inch height advantage. I'll go Charles Johnson getting it done. We move on. Natan Levy versus Pete Rodriguez. I'm going to be going for Natan Levy, but it's decently close. People say this is just a lopsided fight, but what is Natan Levy really special for? He just holds you against the cage and just kind of out-grapples you, He does have, big wild stuff here and there. He had a good fight against Genaro Valdez. Valdez had a broken foot, so he couldn't really push. If he didn't have that broken foot, sure, it probably was caused by Natan Levy. But I don't know. I think you gotta go with I think you gotta look at that. I'm going to go for Natan Levy, though. He beat Mike Breeden, lost to Rafa Garcia, but Garcia's decent. Just beat Clay Guida. But Pete Rodriguez, yeah, you beat Mike Jackson. Woo! Woo! Woo, let's go. You beat Mike Jackson. And got humiliated by fucking Jack Della Maddalena. Jack Della Maddalena, mate. Every time, I just have to do that. I just have to do that impression every time I just hear Jack Della Maddalena. But I think Natan Levy will get it done. Pete Rodriguez isn't that good, you know? Sure, he has KO power. Don't see him catching Natan Levy. Levy will pick him at range and out-grapple him. Yeah, I think Natan Levy gets it done. We move on by decision. We move on up the card. Martin Buday versus Jake Collier. I'm going to be going with... You should go Martin Buday. Because Jake Collier, I think, is just... Jake Collier used to be decent at one point. But it's just he's not that good. You know? Chris Barnett beat him. And he is good, Jake Collier. And he should have won against Arlovsky, in my opinion, personally. But the Barnett fight, Barnett, he was looking good early on, but it's just Barnett. Maybe Barnett's just decently good, but it's just, he's not that good, you know? And still, Jake Collier gassed himself out. And with Buday against the cage against you, he will gas you out without you even having to do anything. So, I don't see Collier out-grappling him as well. I think Buday will win this one, you know? He should have lost his last fight to Lucas Brzeski. Should have lost that fight, but he still made a decision with Brzeski. And Brzeski's decent. And he beat Chris Barnett, as where, you know, what's his name lost to Chris Barnett? Jake Collier. So yeah, I will go with him winning this one. Jake Collier I think will lose. We move on and get TKO'd in some point in round 2 or 3. We move on up the card. Waldo Cortez Acosta versus Marcos Rogerio de Lima. I'm going to be going for Marcos Rogerio de Lima. I think so. Waldo Cortez Acosta is good, but he beat Chase Sherman, who isn't good. And he should have lost to, what's his name? He should have lost to... Jared Vandera. Should have lost to him. You know, it's just not good luck, and I think he's going to lose this one. Yeah. I think he'll lose this one. He should have actually genuinely should have lost to Jared Vandera as well with the leg kicks. He didn't do much on the feet. Didn't rock him anywhere. Yeah, I think Marcos Rogerio de Lima wins this one. You know, he beat Andrei Arlovsky pretty easily. With the punch that didn't even land, and he beat he arguably should have won against Blagojevinov, but that was just an either way fight. And he beat Ben Rothwell easily. Maurice Green looking good against Romanov before losing. I think he's good enough to beat Waldo Cortez Acosta. Yeah, he's the favorite as well. Older, so maybe he'll lose, but maybe this will be a factor. But he's way shorter. I just don't see Costa winning. I'm going to go for De Lima. We move on. Up the card. Julian Erosa versus Fernando Padilla. That's probably how it's said, but I'm going to say Padilla for now until someone says it differently. I'm going to be going for Julian Erosa. Kind of have to here. I mean, Fernando Padilla is just... He's 26. He's supposed to fight. I don't get it. Unless he suffered visa issues. He suffered visa issues. Now he's fighting here. He hasn't fought since 2021. Close to 2 years now. You know? Like, I don't get it. You know? He hasn't been in there since. It's just worrying. Against a guy like Julian Erosa. So I'm going to go for first round KO for Julian Erosa in a scrappy battle. Because he'll do that to you. And I get he lost to Caceres, but it's just... He beat Dawodu, Peterson, Jordan, Nate Landwehr, Sean Woodson. You can name it. Lost to Sung Woo Choi, though. Which makes so much sense. But I'll pick him to win this one. I think he'll beat Fernando Padilla. We move on. to Cody Brundage versus Rodolfo Vieira. I'm going to be going with... I'll go Rodolfo Vieira, I think. Wait, let me see, though. Brundage KO'd Gore, and he beat Dalcha. But I don't know. Vieira's old as hell, and he could lose. I'm going to pick him to win, though, I think. I'll go with him winning. But he could win. It's just what's going to happen. I think he's improving that, though. I'm going to go Rodolfo Vieira. I'll do heads and tails for this one, because why not? I'd like doing them. We'll do heads, Cody Brundage. Tails, Rodolfo Vieira. Just wait. Boom, boom. It landed on tails. So I'm going to be going for Rodolfo Vieira. I think he's just better than Cody Brundage. And he made it competitive against Curtis, who's decent, you know? So I will pick him to win this one. Lost to Mikhail Oksechuk. You know, we'll get to him in a second. But beat Gore, beat Dalcha. Lost to Maximov. Remember, he made that fight competitive, but he's lost to Maximov, who's not good. So I'm going to go for Vieira, and he's better on the feet, arguably. Outside of the power that Brundage brings, skill-wise, and better on the feet is Rodolfo Vieira. And he beat Stoltzfus. Lost to Hernandez, but we know how good Hernandez is now. So I'll pick him to win this one. Why not? I'll pick him to win this one. We move on to the co-main event. Cal Baralho versus Mikhail Oleksiejczuk. I'm going to be going with, what's it called? I'll go with, not Yadong Simone yet. I'm going to go with, Cal Baralho didn't look good in his last fight, man. And he arguably should have lost to Makhmud Muradov. I know that sounds crazy, and some people, it's opinion-based. But Muradov's not really that good. And he was still able to kind of figure out Cal Baralho. If Oleksiejczuk can do it, but Oleksiejczuk gets taken down. He beat Alvi. Does he KO Baralho in round 1? Lost to Jacoby, but Jacoby's good. I'm gonna go with... Fuck. He's improved on it. Let's do a coin flip. Let's just do a coin flip to see who I pick. I don't know who wins this, though. I know who wins. It's just one of those fights where it's just... I'm gonna go with... Baralho's good, though, in some ways, but he made the fight against Petrosian competitive. I'm gonna go for Mikhail Oleksiejczuk, I think. We'll do a coin flip anyways. Heads, Mikhail Oleksiejczuk. Tails, Cal Baralho. It is on tails. Should we follow it? Should we follow the coin? It said pick Baralho, but I really think Mikhail Oleksiejczuk can win. We will. Okay. It's a 50-50 fight. I'll pick Baralho, I guess. No, actually, fuck it. I'm not picking Baralho. I'm picking Oleksiejczuk. Maybe this is a curse and Baralho wins, but it's just... I think Oleksiejczuk can win. I think he can. Baralho's good, it's just he's not great, and I think Mikhail Oleksiejczuk can have good enough takedown defense. And Baralho looks like he struggles in his fights. Other than his debut he won, he just looks like he struggles lots. So I think he'll lose to Mikhail Oleksiejczuk and get TKO'd on the feet. I'll go with gets dropped, gets guillotined. I'll go with round 1. We move on to the main event. Maybe that's a curse, but this is the first time I'm not following the coin. Song Yadong versus Ricky Simone for 5 rounds. Originally supposed to be 3 rounds last weekend, but I don't think this has changed my prediction. I think Song Yadong will win. I really do. I think Song Yadong will get the job done. Ricky Simone is chinny, man. And Faber, again, I said this one last time. Faber trains with Yadong. So this is legit the perfect fight. Faber KO'd Simone with a layoff. Imagine Yadong. Young guy, 23 years old. I think he'll beat Simone and win by KO in the first. I think he'll keep it patient, actually. Now that it's 5 rounds, I think he'll make it to, like, the late second round TKO. Late second round TKO for Yadong after it's tit-for-tat early. Simone maybe gets the first round by taking down Song Yadong. I just think Simone's a bit chinny. And he was kind of getting picked apart here and there by Jack Shore. And Jack Shore's not really the guy that I really think highly of. He's good, Jack Shore, but it's just, he's nothing too crazy where you're just going to be mind blown. You know? So I'll go Song Yadong. Looked good against Sanhagen for 5 rounds. And Sanhagen, this is a 5-rounder on short notice, I get it. But this is the first time Simone's been 5 rounds. This is the first time, his first main event. Song Yadong did it against Corey Sanhagen. And did better against Sanhagen than Marlon Vera. You know? I think he wins. I think he'll get it done. And I don't see Simone being the type of guy to open up that cut again. So I'll go Song Yadong. Getting this one done by late second round TKO. Maybe Simone takes him down early. Lands a few shots. You know, maybe gets the back of Yadong, and it's like a big wow. He took the back of Yadong. Round 1 ends. Good first round for Simone, but it's 5 rounds still. Simone tries to get him down again. Yadong lands a few shots, cuts open Simone a little bit. Now Yadong's looking a little bit good. Simone comes in. I think Yadong will land like an uppercut and put down Simone and finish him off on the side. And put him away. Hammer fists. I'll go Yadong. I think he's good. He beat Moraes. He beat Arce. He beat a lot of guys. And I know he lost to Kyler Phillips, but again, we found out Kyler Phillips was on roids. And now he's been cut from the UFC. So yeah, I think that Yadong will win. And Kyler Phillips is tricky. Like, he lands like a head kick, wheel kick. He has like lands like a head kick, wheel kick, takedown. He's tricky like that. Simone won't do that shit. I don't see Simone KOing Yadong as well, so I'll go Yadong. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. And he's young as fuck. He's young as fuck. So you gotta give it to him. He's 25 years old. You know? I'll go Song Yadong. Thank you, Helicopter. You had to be here at the end of the video. It's kind of like, let's just let that sound go. It's kind of, you know what that sounded to me? Feature me in the video. That's what the helicopter said. So you're in the video now. Thanks, Helicopter. Yadong wins. Peace.